I'll read this poem by Parvane Torkamani, who's from Iran, and it's called Desert Flowers. A man went to war. He came back to fall in love with his wife. What had he seen in that desert that took root in his heart? He asked himself once or twice under the rush of gunshots, what is this passion with which our men embrace the earth to meet their death? He had no answer. Oh, sorry. This was during the Iran-Iraq War, which broke out in 1979. When he came back, there was silence in the house. He was not the man who had left, healthy and handsome. Half of his face was burned, his nose was blasted, his wife was silent, until the night came by and they turned off the lights. They lay in bed, and she closed her mind like a curtain. Their hands touched, lips reached in a rush of kisses. Their bodies curled, each became the other's nest. The thorn he had brought home in his heart bloomed. He chewed on the silence, then he said, in this desert where there were no grass, no weed, nothing but thorn and sand, a friend got shot and died. There was no time to bury him, so we just left him there with the others. 2 months later, we returned, and you know, there were flowers all over this desert. The earth had changed chemistry, all those corpses. It was like the love these men saved inside their hearts had bloomed. I don't know the love of what or of whom, but they were yellow and beautiful. This is a poem by Francis Chung, who was from Chinatown and who unfortunately died way too young. It's called Sagao. I hope I'm not mispronouncing it. In Father's village in China, a country woman washed vegetables by a stream and stone bridge. Peanuts lay drying in the sun. A country woman washed vegetables as we walked in umbrella shade. Peanuts lay drying in the sun. On the dirt road to Father's house, as we walked in umbrella shade, cousins and aunts turned and smiled on the dirt road to Father's house, our relatives in a procession. Cousins and aunts turned and smiled. A shy girl asked for a pretty skirt, our relatives in a procession. I found a circle of kin. A shy girl asked for a pretty skirt. A young woman wanted an American husband. I found a circle of kin, posing for a proud portrait. A young woman wanted an American husband by a stream and stone bridge, posing for a proud portrait in Father's village in China. Then finally, in 1983, Benigno Aquino was assassinated when he returned home to Manila to try and speak to Ferdinand Marcos and seek a peaceful transition from the dictatorial regime to a more democratic form of government. And of course, the moment he stepped, the plane arrived, he was greeted by a military escort, brought off the plane through one of those side bridges, and killed. And the assassination was blamed on a petty criminal who had absolutely nothing, no ideology, no gripes, no beef against Ninoy Aquino. And it was clearly an act of the regime. And so a number of us wrote poetry, and as I did, and this is called Three Voices for a Fallen Man. One, the gear of greatness, a voice, and two, Aquino. The gear of greatness being grooved with fury, fierce hate disguises fiercer love. Awake to mutilation and blister your splendid heart. Die, by definition, then live. Bear your kindnesses then, they will not heal. Your mercy, your good thoughts, they will not save. Burn charity, burn temperance, they have no truth until you break. From history, leap into immortality, break. 2. The voice within at the hour. And this is, I'm imagining Aquina's inner voice. In my breast, the Red Sea, the Lord waits to slay me. Darkness in my dreams, I have felt a grim touch. Taram, the world outside beats like a drum. Taram. The tribes and mercenaries wait. Taram. In my breast, the Red Sea, the Lord waits to slay me. In this age of murderers and mourners, I shall come as a lamb to lie in the cool symmetry of ruin. Taram, the world outside. Taram. In my breast, the Red Sea, the Lord waits to slay me. Unforgiving light breaks, heavy, with voices breaking. Soon my giving will be their grieving. Taram, Taram, the tribes are on the march. Slowly I put on my new life. In my breast, the Red Sea, the Lord waits to slay me. 3. The voice without on the assassination of Benigno Aquino Jr. The general smiles arrange the weather, their words spin sweet, but the rice fields tremble and the vines shake at the full air, and its anger grown immaculate. To the days long wrecked we are wedded, suppressing furious fire, longing for a brotherhood and sisterhood forbidden, but not dead. A cradle of steel. Suspense. A cradle of steel in a mockery of birth is our measure of heaven. Man in motion, primitive in arms, but God ferocious, cry against the generals. In cold exile, a man weeps and returns. No muscled Ulysses, but a man still, in search of a nobler self. But the fatal speech of a bullet locks his forward step onto the past. No more a man, he is much more the man than the tyrant who, with his horrid harridan, quells everything that makes everything end well. Now, fair isles, your beauty is a lie. You have become isles for the dead. Now the heroes on your shores are left to angel strength, to newly made ghosts. Quickly, minions of heaven or of hell, pull them out. There will be more to swell the seas of carnage and despair, and even more to tear the tyrant in his lair, even as the world's deaf leaders stalk with counterfeit love and counterfeit hope. Yet gold and brown grow the mangoes, the starling still takes flight. Underneath invisibly moves the invincible brown earth, and at the gates whispers and waits an angry archipelago, wary in the lull of leap on the wind's dark side.